If you're like me, you've probably watched a bunch of YouTube videos that feature people who have dedicated gaming tables that have all sorts of cool features like cup holders and dice towers and storage and all sorts of cool stuff. But maybe you're also like me and you have, when you play in person, you play at a dining table, either at your house or a friend's house, and that dining room table has to also function as a dining room table. So it can't have all of the cool game table features all the time. Well, today I'm going to tell you about a project that I backed on Kickstarter called Gameframe by Meeple Keepers. This is a super cool project that sort of allows you to keep your dining room table that functions as a dining room table while also creating some accessories that you clamp around the outside edge of the table for cup holders, for dice trays, for dice towers, stuff like that. So if you want to take a look at this, stick around. Let's roll. Hey friends, it's Brian at Jacoby with a quick review of a product that I picked up from Kickstarter and just printed out the first test batch so I could play around with. This is the Gameframe by Meeple Keepers. Basically what this is a series of containers that you print out and you clamp onto the edge of your game table. You print as many as you need or want. You could even, with enough time, you could print enough of these to cover the entire perimeter of your gaming surface. But basically what I printed out is just the first medium-sized box, a cover with a square hole in it, and then sides so that this is completely contained. Normally when you print out the container, it's open on the sides and on the top, and you can decide between a couple of different options for the type of cover that you want to have and if you want to have sides or not. So the way it works, there are a couple of different versions of the file with different thicknesses to account for the edge of your table surface. You print this screw and then basically you slot this over your table and clamp it onto your surface. So this gives storage for players to put dice or minis or whatever else in. And then, like I said, there are some different accessories that you can put on top here, like dice trays, dice rollers. I printed this phone holder that sits in the top here. So, if you wanted to print this out and you had your character sheet digital format on your phone, there you go. It's clamped to the side of the table, so it's viewable for the player or for the dungeon master. Or if you're a real jerk, maybe you're just playing some games on your phone while the rest of your party is taking their turn. So I printed this in PLA. It's quite solid. Feels sturdy, like it doesn't. There's no compression or bending of any of this material as expected. It took a little bit of time to print, but the only thing that happened when I was printing, and this is likely just due to my printer settings or the environment where my printer is set up, one side of the box that I printed here, it warped a little bit, it seems, so it doesn't sit flush with the surface of the rest of the box. But otherwise, no major problems. There's another version of the box itself that sits off the table a little bit further and allows for an LED strip to be installed there. So if you were going to wrap this around a table and have it there permanently, you could also add some LEDs in there, which is a pretty cool feature. Everything fits together very snugly. Again, the only issue that I found is with my printer. One of the sides warped a little bit during printing, so it doesn't fit as snugly onto the side of the main box, but that's not a huge concern. The cover snaps in very tight. Getting the screw threaded the first time was a little bit tight because I printed with a brim, and I think there was still a little bit of material in the threads of the screw. Once I was able to tighten it and untighten it a couple of times, it turns with just a bit of effort. And the phone holder accessory that I printed out fits well inside of the insert. So I've played around with this a little bit, clamped it onto a couple of different surfaces. It's very stable. It feels quite solid. It comes with a PDF file that reviews all of the accessories, the different pieces that you could potentially print, as well as suggestions for layer height, infill, and stuff like that for the different pieces that you're going to be printing out. So all in all, I think I really like the way that this is designed. I like the options, the customizability that you have for this product. I'm going to be printing out some more of these. I'm going to be testing it with my kids and with some gaming groups and see what the overall feeling is. I don't think that I have the space to print enough of these to go around the entire perimeter of a game table because my wife would murder me. They also double as storage, so if maybe you wanted to line the inside with some cork or some styrofoam, something like that for extra padding, you could use this to store your dice, your minis, stuff like that for when you're going over to Jim or Sarah's house for game night. Basically, just toss this in your bag. You've got something, with their permission, you could screw this onto the edge of the table, and now you've got all of your stuff here in one contained unit, and it's not taking up too much additional space on the surface of your game table. If you're interested in taking a look at this product, there will be links in the description down below where you can go get more information from Meeple Keepers and pick this up for yourself. I highly recommend it. So if you enjoyed this video, hit like, hit subscribe. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Until next time, roll well, my friends.